Let me get a sound check on this joint. Chilling on here, bruh. Cause I'm really just getting like trying to get more consistent on here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta reload the jump, bro.
Press the Y button for accessibility options. Chat is enabled when you're in a party. Press the right stick to form a party.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, chap? Time out, bro, cause okay. My fault. You know what I'm saying? We ain't here. Ain't here so I don't get fined.
Hey, park it up. Take a load off.
I feel like every time I reach consciousness, every time I wake up, there's a new update for voice mod, and I don't need it, bro. Like, stop it, dude. Spare me, bro. Please. But if I'm out of my sound effects, bro, I need it. So I guess I do after all. So annoying. I'm probably gonna have to sign into it again. It's kind of stupid. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. All right, bro. Let's take somebody money, bro. Do we feel like Chad? Do we feel like playing Need for Speed, bro? Like, I don't know. I think. Yeah, I think we're just gonna like. We're gonna chill for a little bit, cause I really just like talking and vibing, but I'm trying to. I'm gonna start being out here more consistent, but I'm gonna probably start streaming later or like later in the evening, but earlier than I started tonight, cause I don't always have time like this. But we're chilling, bro. Otherwise, I'm cooked. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be like that. So let me hide this in the meantime, because I'm really not. pressing the wrong buttons. All right, let me see. I need more than 50 bands. Am I asking for too much? What did I say? I might be asking for too much. Oh. I definitely don't have the card for this, but let's see how we do. I don't think it'll let me though. Like, I think I have to use the car. That's like in the right class or something like that. Let me get. Oof. Bro, I had a fat steak for dinner, bro, with like some eggs and bacon, bro. And I just felt like good, bro. Normally I eat like crap. Like yesterday I had this fat double stack burger with, bro, I hit Five Guys with my bro Chris and we just crammed, bro. Usually when I eat burgers, I got hips. Like I be eating. I ain't gonna lie, I be eating like garbage, bro. And I typically feel like garbage. So me and my bro Adrian was talking about earlier. It's like, bro, when you just like, if you don't live a disciplined life, I'm not saying it's me, cause I typically keep myself on the tight leash with my stuff. But like, if you don't live a disciplined life, bro, your mental health is gonna be bad too. Like it's like there's almost a direct correlation. But he was basically saying just like, like you just kind of find yourself like, even like you're not dealing with sin as aggressively, bro, when like your eating habits suck. Even like it's kind of weird how there can be a correlation with those. But it's like, bro, if you're not constraining yourself, and time out for the fact that they're actually letting me race this. I have track tires, by the way, on a dirt road. That's probably why I'm finna get gapped. Ugh, fillet it. Oh my gosh! Turn was nasty. Oh my. Okay, and that's where I have consequences. I hit mattress up before turn. I'm getting gapped. Can I make a return? Find out on the next episode of Dragon. Dirt Road Z. Alright, bro. Swing it, swing it, swing. This is my chance. It's my freaking chance. Chance over. Go. You can't get traction, so I keep freaking losing momentum. I'm not losing momentum, but I just can't accelerate any more than 120, bro. Because there's no traction. Alright, here we go. I'm not hooking. Can you turn, bro? I think I'm gonna lose this race. There we go. Oh, okay. Alright, we'll just do that. I'm low-key hawking him down. I'm only halfway through the race. I got time. Bro, we might be in good standing, bro. Oh, we're definitely in good standing. Come here. Oh, yeah. See, this is what you do. You don't try to hit the home run. You know what I'm saying? Because then you go try to cut a corner too tight, end up making it worse, bro. You just chip away at the lead. Just chip away at it. One layup at a time. Play better defense on the other end. Chip away at it, bro. Yep, look at this. Look. I'm right here with him. We're gonna ignore the fact that I hit nitrous the whole time and it did nothing. Nope. But this did. Oh my god, I'm filleting this turd. Bro. I should weekday game more often. This is nasty. And now this is disappointing. Alright. Move. Vlad, move! Move your hips. Not like that. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Hisubi had him. Alright, here we go. Now, I will say this, guys. Right? I've been watching Jenny and Georgia because I have a good friend who told me to check it out. So I was like half an episode in and I was like, what the heck am I watching, bro? And I clicked off of it and I was like, yeah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm watching all this stuff happen that's like literally people just setting each other up to get hurt. Basically everything you don't want to do in relationship and trying to establish a social life, just personal habits and general introductions to interpersonal relationships, all these things, which is basically the first thing I said. But I'm like, bro, none of this looks good, bro. I'm not watching this, bro. Especially just like as a man of God, I'm trying to renew my mind constantly, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I was like, you know, my friend said something about season 2 that sounded like super intriguing. So I've been laboring through the show because I want to have this conversation with my friend. Now, what I'm not about to do is flip this and turn it into a, Paul said, become like, oh, so that you can reach, and some might get, like, it's not that at all. I just have friends that are like, yo, check this out. And most of the time I'm like, no, I'm not watching that. But this time I was like, you know what happens if I just watch season 1? What happens if I just watch season 1 and go into season 2? Now, I will say there's some scenes I've had to skip just because I don't have an appetite to watch half of this. And then when some of that other stuff came up, I was just like, no. Like when they start kissing all heavy and all that, I'm like, you know, these supposed to be people playing high schoolers. I'm not finna watch high schoolers do that. Now, Jenny, the actress that plays Jenny is like 27, right? So you're not literally watching high schoolers do it. But if you're going to play the director's game, bro, I'm skipping, bro. So there's been a couple times I've had to go back because like something will happen in the middle, like somebody will say something and it kind of juicens the plot, even though that's not a word. Listen, bro, I said all this to say I think I hit a threshold where it was just like it hit a threshold where it was like, okay, either, no, I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, either my antennas have gone dull or like I finally just was like accepted that I'm gonna just keep watching. And so like now I'm kind of getting invested in the story in a way of like when something bad happens, I'm no longer indifferent, but I'm kind of like, dang, bro, what happens next? Like, how's that gonna affect this? Because it's just this pot. It's this pot of stuff that's just not good, of unhealth, of toxicity, and parasitic relationship, right? When I say parasitic relationship is in this pot, I mean there are actions that turn a relationship into something that's parasitic. I use that from this analogy I got from this guy who's teaching on relationships, representing them biblically. But he was saying some relationships are like refrigerators, others are parasitic. A refrigerator preserves life, right? Something that's parasitic sucks the life out of you. And so you're doing things that are turning this relationship into something that's going to suck the life out of both of y'all. So if you've seen the show, I'm talking about the way Marcus and Jenny be doing the stuff that's fostering the deepest amount of intimacy with the least amount of commitment, and then they keep playing games around it because they want to keep it quiet for whatever, fill in the blank. This has nothing to do with the plot to a certain extent. I'm not spoiling anything. It's like All right, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Initially, I have no appetite to watch something like that. But I will say, bro, when you play the director's game, bro, and watch it, if you can stomach it, I honestly would say if the show's a stumbling block for you, you probably shouldn't watch it at all to begin with. Doesn't really affect me in a way, but bro, that's gonna make the relationship parasitic, and it got to a point where like where I'm at right now. Spoiler alert, mute your phone if you're not there yet. But it got to a point where it's like, hold on, skip spoiler alert. Season 2 is out, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? Either don't watch the show or catch up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's not me telling you to watch it. Not a prescription. But I will say this, is it got to a point where like now Jenny is convinced that maybe Marcus is her person and she needs to stop fighting those feelings of like being faithful to Hunter in a way. She doesn't say this overtly, at least not in this, not where I'm at. I'm like on episode 8 or 9 or something like that. She hasn't said it explicitly out loud or overtly made that known, but she's having a conversation with her dad who is like, you know, your person's your person and there's nothing you can do about it, basically. Which, okay, you know, secular philosophy blows my mind. But like, I think to an extent, like, once you find your person, maybe you could say that. I'm also speaking to somebody who I don't think I really found my person. So, you know, my perspective on this is like, there's an odd number of people on the earth. Not everybody's attractive, and then not everybody's attracted to everybody. So, like, the odds of me coming to a logical conclusion that somebody's got a soulmate for somebody, like everybody's got a soulmate, I just don't think that's possible to begin with. So I take a lot of these quotes and proverbs, you know, that you see on TV and all that with a grain of salt. I mean, it sounded like a bar in the midst of the conversation. She just turned 16. She's new to love. So something like that is something she can hold on to the principle of, right? In a way of like, you're at too young of an age to really try to take all the raw explosion of your emotions are and try to tame that all in one swing, right? But it's like, okay, take the principle of it as like something outside of your control is drawing you near to this person, and you need to steward that well. I honestly don't think that's what she's going to walk away thinking. She's thinking whatever she feels is the way to go. And the Bible says that the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? We're talking about two opposite directions right now, from a biblical worldview and just a worldly worldview. So that's also why, like, bro, if you're like young and impressionable, bro, or if you're, even if you're not young and you're still impressionable, or if like you don't have a grasp on the biblical ethic of relationship or anything like that, and it's still kind of shaky, you're still figuring it out. I mean, to an extent, everyone is, and what I mean by that is how to walk it out. But if you don't have a grasp on what the word says about it, you don't know how to look at it through a biblical lens, I don't think you should be watching the show, bro. Not gonna lie to you. I do think the show does a good job of depicting what people can struggle with when it comes to high school, trying to fit in, what it's like in a new environment. I also think it surprisingly brought up some relevant arguments, even briefly. For me, it was briefly because I haven't finished the show yet, but briefly with like racial commentary on just like what is it like to be half black and half white and not fit in either group. Now, me personally, I'm not half black, half white. I'm black and Creole. But a lot of people growing up in school thought that I was half black and half white. So I got treated like Jenny did, just a male version, right? And so when she said stuff like, I'm too black for the white kids and not white enough for the white kids. Or no, what she said, I'm too white. She said I'm too white for the black kids and not white enough for the white kids. And I was like, yeah, like I felt that. I can understand that. But then like when it came to what Hunter's saying about being Taiwanese but going to his homeland and just being like, you're not welcome here either. Like, dang, I never thought about that. And I think it does a good job of opening your eyes to just certain topics. I like how Jenny was really impacted by poetry, and then she began to effectively express herself through the avenue of spoken word or poetry. I thought that was a good writing. Now, the fact that it took me 8 or 9 episodes to start appreciating the writing says a lot. Because the first few episodes, when I'm looking at the story objectively and from a lens that is emotionally indifferent. Like, I didn't allow myself to be emotionally attached to any of the characters. I just kind of followed the story as it went and looked at it with a wide angle lens. It took me a while to get into it just because, like, bro, like, I've had friends and or was the friend who made some of these grave mistakes that I'm seeing in the show. And I will say, as like, I'm not gonna penalize the show for depicting that because it's somebody's reality. Obviously, I lived through it too, right? But I was just like, I don't know, man. It's like the angles that the story was taken to start taking off. It wasn't captivating to me, you know. Like, on paper, you think about, there's a mom who had her kid at 15 and she was on the run a lot. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, if I was to read this book instead of just watching the show, if I was to read the book, I'd be knee deep in it. But if I was just watching like I was, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some things happened that felt like why do we need to see this part right now specifically? Like, when they would start doing flashbacks with Georgia, I was like, I was like, where does this come from? We just kind of jumped into it, and I was like, what is going on right now? And their accents don't exactly match, so you gotta use your context clues and be like, okay, so this is obviously Georgia, right? Because she looks like her, but she doesn't really sound like her, and blah blah. And like, do girls that are 15 really think like this? Stuff like that. But overall, I think it ended up playing out well. Like, once you understand that's what's going on, it really advances the story, and I like that. But initially, I was like, I felt like I had to keep convincing myself to play along, and I didn't like that early on. Now, I think the reason for that is because there's a lot of things that go on in the story that I just don't come into agreement with, in a way of like, I wouldn't want my kids doing some of this. Obviously, like, that's because as a man of God, I plan to raise my kids in a way, that honors the Lord, and fill in the blank. But you don't see a ton of that. And I will say, like, statistically, my generation's the first generation to grow up not going to church. So I take all the media with a grain of salt. I don't take it with the eye of judgment, right? It's like what Paul talks about with, like, that we should be judging our fellow believers, right? And it's like, what business do we have with outsiders, right? So people who aren't subscribed to the gospel, people who don't proclaim Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, it's like, my judgment for them is really just not a thing, honestly. Like, the whole thing for them is to love them well, and to love them well is to let them know the truth, because you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Me loving people that don't know Christ well is to let them know about the gospel, is to live it out in front of them, is to treat them like people. What the heck? But also, I'm gonna approach their art like anybody else's, right? So I approach my brothers and sisters in Christ art different than I approach secular art, just because there's a standard that my brothers and sisters in Christ are held to that those who are in the world are not, and that is it's just glorifying God. Simple. So when you have secular art and it's not held to that standard, you're left to talk about the depth of the storytelling and from a humanity perspective, really diving into the philosophical substance of the story, right? And that is what I can appreciate about Jenny, is her wrestle with self, trying to figure it out. And because she has a mother who's been the foundation of her reality, everything she knows is what she's learned from her mom. And though she despises it, it really is also the guardrails of her coming up, right? Like, she hates how her mom is dishonest, but she subscribes to her mom's teachings of keeping your guard up. She hates how she learned that her mom has a sister. She couldn't trust her mom because she had 2 guns in the house, didn't say anything really about her past, doesn't know her mom was a biker, some more stuff. But she's going to subscribe to that person to be, we need to sting first. Keep your guard up. Don't let up the leverage you have in a relationship. Like, power dynamics is what you need to have control of in a relationship. Like, she subscribes to, it's like with people who are kind of like lukewarm in the faith, do, like they kind of take this buffet of what they like about God, and they pick that, and then what they don't like, they just kind of leave and blame God for. And then like when it comes to Jenny, she does the same thing with her mom's way of life and prescriptions. And there's so many times she wants to call her mom out on being a hypocrite and doing these things, and she wants to act grown and act like she has it figured out. Just turned 16, by the way. Her brain's not developed yet, and she ends up learning when she turns to external force to talk it out and vent and process, and she finds out like, okay, there might be something more to that. When she goes to talk to her dad, like, isn't mom crazy? She does this and this. And her dad's like, your mom's trying to protect you. She wants what's best for you. She loves you. And it's like, why are you taking her side? But it's like, no, you need to look at the bigger picture. And so there's this ongoing wrestle of, it's not a Dunning-Kruger effect, because Jenny's not at a place where she thinks she's more competent than other people, but it's like she gets another breadcrumb of information or of like growth, and then she automatically like wants, she kind of wrestles for, I don't know, it's so weird, it's perplexing, it's like, it's so us though, it's so human. She begs Maxine to be honest so that her relationship with Sophie can thrive, but she's not honest with Hunter about her giving up her, to Marcus, or their ongoing emotional cheating or anything like that. And it's like, this is insane. This show is absolutely insane. I think like, in the grand scheme of things, like the whole reason why like it took me a while to come around to it is because like to sit up and watch everything that I would intentionally stay clear of in a relationship, and then especially, want my kids to stay clear of as they learn about and navigate relationships at that age that they're at in this show. Like, why would I sit up and just shove it into my eyes, but being someone who loves story writing and writes themselves, like, I don't know, I gotta see what's out there. I'm not saying that's why I watch it, but at a certain point, how I justify it is the structure of the story writing. And now obviously there's other ways to vet and gauge the structure of story writing for what's popular without watching like whatever the top Netflix show is. But this comes back to the first point I ever made in this conversation, and it's like, man, like me and my coworker are gonna have something to talk about when I finish this. I'm a few episodes away, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting. And this was a good change of pace for me, because it's the first time where I was like, man, I'm going to commit to doing this. And I don't know why, besides shout out to Carrie. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to check it. So that's where I'm at right now with that. It's really interesting, bro. Blowing my mind. Here's what I don't like. Why is every episode to every limited series, every series in general on Netflix, an hour long? And then the seasons be like 10 episodes at least long, bro. Who has 10 hours to just blow on watching stuff, bro? Who does that? And the answer is you make time for it, bro. That's what I'm learning, bro. You make time for it. And it's funny because I was talking to a coworker, and he's a father, he's a husband, he works, and he's pursuing further education. So I'm asking him, I'm like, bro, how do you get quiet time with the Lord, bro? How do you get quiet time with the Lord? He's like, you make time for the Lord. He was like, because if you don't, other things are gonna take your time. It's gonna fill itself. Your time is going to fill itself, like, by default. And I'm like seeing this like as a single guy, bro. As a guy who's single, I'm really only just concerned with like my career and advancing the gospel, right? I really don't have too much in front of me. Now there's a lot I do, right? So don't hear me when I say this. Like, I'm not saying that like I don't do anything, right? I do. And I would say there's even a lot on my plate, but it's like, even in my singleness, right, I don't have a lot going on relationally, right? I don't have kids to watch. I don't have a wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot pulling from my attention at random. I'll say that. So for me to feel like sometimes, man, like I kind of had to fight to make sure God had some time today. It's like I can only imagine what it would be like with all of that, with a wife, with kids, like with pets, you know what I'm saying, with other responsibilities, owning multiple business, like fill in the blank, bro. And so like that just goes to show, bro, people make time for what they want is so true. Now, obviously, you can use the term friend loosely if you want to. I tend to steer away from that, but I do have plenty of acquaintances who, like, they talk about shows that they like to watch and movies and all that, and I'm like, when do y'all have time for this, bro? The answer is they make time for it. Mopar, man, bro, what you drive, bro? Like, I'm trying to see something. What's good, bro? Mopar man said hi. I'm trying to see something, bro. Mopar, man. Mopar and no car. That's what they say, right? I'm trying to hear some exhaust, bro. Even though the Sakonic said it's not Mopar at all, bro. My fault. But like, nah, bro. The main thing is like people make time for what they want. I'll be like, how do y'all stay caught up? Time out. I have a 1976 Dodge Dart Sport, not on the road yet, but been drag racing it for the last couple years. Turn you up, bro. I like that. That's lit. Can you leave a subscribe for me, bro? So I got a 2017 Camaro. It's a SS. I'm a Chevy guy. My brother has a Dodge Charger. He's the Mopar man of the family. That's how we do it, man. Appreciate the follow. Shout out to you, bro. Stay safe on it. What's your drag time, bro? Like what's your time on the quarter mile, bro? What's your time on the quarter mile? Did you see me fillet that turn, bro? Come on, bro. I'm trying to see something, bro. Yeah, what's your quarter mile time, bro? It's actually lit. You see, I've been doing it for a couple of years. It's actually exciting, bro. Hopefully he don't type like me, because it take me 10 years to type a sentence, bro. I suck at typing. Excuse me. Quarter mile. Stock 2. Oh, okay. Are all so the parts are like all. Turn you up, bro. What the heck? Yeah. Chat got some heat going on, bro. So this all original parts, right? Oh, my fault. Aside from a 2-row carburetor I got from a buddy. Bro, that's amazing, bro. And it's a 76. Dog. All original. Besides the carburetor. But like, come on, bro. Oh my gosh. Do you have like an Instagram or something, bro? Like, or like a Facebook? Bro, I gotta see this, bro. I'm like, I'm getting so hype off this, bro. No matter how bad it gets out it's the little things, chat. It's the little things, chat. Wow. That's actually tough. Man. What we got out here? I don't know if that Camaro is gonna do it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm finna follow. Let me see this. He said Mopar Boy 6828. Chat, make sure y'all follow. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna tell him to follow on the replay too. Most of my views go on the replay on YouTube. Mopar. You can check out my music. My music is the same name as my Twitch. Just be aware of the cringy stuff I post. That's a fair disclaimer, bro. That's a fair disclaimer, bro. 68. I got you, bro. Yeah, bro. All right, but nah, you good, bro. I'll be posting so too. Yeah, you good, bro. But yeah, you should check out my music, Sparrow. You don't have to type the 3, but I make like Christian rap and stuff. So I just be like spreading the gospel through the music and at my concerts and shows, as well as like I have a podcast. I have a different channel for podcasts. So like I just talk about like deeper conversations, different topics we don't talk about often in the church, stuff like that. So welcome. This is just me, like I just be on here chilling, but yeah, bro. I usually stream on weekends, but I'm trying to stream like every day now, like get on at least for a little bit. But appreciate you stopping by, man. And thanks for sharing about your car, bro. I'm actually geeked to see that, bro. Is there not more I could be doing on it? Oh, that's just gonna cost like all my money. Okay, I didn't know. What they got in here? Oh, I got a V12 in here. What the heck? Personally, I'm a metalhead, but I'll check your stuff out. Okay, bet. Okay, so something I got that's closest to your taste would be my song called Wrist Now. So like it's on my wrist now, but like just the 2 words, wrist now. That's probably the closest. That's actually my favorite song. I ain't gonna lie, Wrist Now is probably my personal favorite. That's the one I do best at my concerts. I'm telling you, they be crashing out at the shows, bro. Yeah, appreciate you checking it out though, bro. I'm glad you hopped in the trap, bro. I'll be looking at old schools on Google now before I go to sleep. And bro said he had I think he said a Galaxy 500 or something. So, yo. Oh wait. What heat level can we get to tonight? What am I? I was gonna say I need some bread for these races, bro. 4 bands? You feeling alright, bro? Okay, yeah, that one's got 40 ball. Alright, bet. Here we go. Let me cook. Oh my gosh. I swear, I've beat this game like, I don't know. There's like nothing left to do in this game. I done played it so much, and I still, every time I hit a good drift, I do it like it's the first time. I think my favorite server Christian is just like this, punching it. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Christian history is kind of lit, bro. Not even gonna hold you. Bro. But I do think Martin Luther was tripping writing out 95 theses, bro, and then like just gonna tape them to the door of the. I'm not saying he was wrong for doing it by any means, right? Because obviously, like, I'm a Protestant, but like that's a lot to be writing, bro. I would have just waited till they opened the doors and crashed out on him, bro. But I guess it's good that he wrote it because Reformation came out of it. They stopped charging people for indulgences and stuff, so it worked out. But like, bro, you good, bro? Bro, Parchment was on fire. Like, take a deep breath. What the heck? What's wrong with him? I think I'm gonna just use an underpowered car and see if I get further. I'm gonna see how far I get with this car that's like weaker than the other ones. Suggested horsepower is like, or whatever. I call it horsepower, but it's not. It's something different in this game. But like suggested car number is 400, mine's 380, so we're under. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. We might be chilling. I don't even know why I'm squinting. I can see just fine, but it's okay. It helps me focus, I guess. Bro, move. It be your own beamers, bruh. Damn, I suck. Time out, bro. He said, I've been getting heavily into Catholicism, my brother. If you have God and Jesus in your heart, that's all that matters. You better say that, bro. Amen, bro. Amen. And yeah, if I'm gonna be transparent with you, bro, I really don't like all the labels, to be honest. Like, even when I call myself a Protestant, like, I don't like slipping my foot into a box, you know what I'm saying, just so people can understand the lens I kind of subscribe to. Cause like, if I'm honest, bro, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, it does not matter. Just like you said, like, I just try to be more like Christ every day, you know, and challenge myself with the people around me, like iron sharpen iron. And I think that's way deeper than making sure I color within the lines of whatever denomination, you know, because denominations even aren't a biblical teaching, you know. I think if anything, you know, that's when Jesus said the house divided against itself can't stand. And I think there's a lot of reach that gets stunted amongst Christians because the focus is more on who's theologically correct and how can we work together to spread the gospel. And I think that is an Achilles heel that we don't have to have. So your comment really hit the nail on the head, bro. But keep getting into it. I'm not sure. I don't know how long you've been searching or, you know, pursuing the Lord, but my prayer is that, like, you just continue to experience more and more of Christ, become more and more like him, continue to die to your flesh, and let your spirit grow stronger and stronger by the day. I pray the Lord's fruitfulness over your life, and I really just hope that you see the full joy of the Lord that no circumstances can take away. Being content in all circumstances, like Paul writes about. That's what I really want for you, man. And so, yeah. Okay. And I hopefully I can drive better by the end of that, but yeah. You a G for real, bro. Pray that in Jesus' name. I really pray against any demonic devices, anything the enemy is going to try to send to distract you. Because anytime we start getting close to the Lord, he wants to distract you. He wants you to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, because you drag race. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thanks, bro. Nah, I be curious what my car can do at the drag strip. Like, obviously there's numbers because, like, it's bone stock, but, like, I was just wondering, like, what it's like against other cars. Like, I don't street race anymore, obviously, so, like, I guess it's not obvious because, like, people don't know me, but, like, I just be wondering if I actually take it to the track, what's gonna happen? How's it gonna do? 68 and bro. Okay, hold on. But that's heat level 5. What am I right now? 3. Okay. Let's get it. Excuse me. 33. 33 might get hit next. 36. Oh, 36. I'm gonna go 36. Nobody. No, 44. Is that the one I just did? 48. Yeah, we can run out. I'm just trying to get heat level 5. Once I beat a heat level 5 race, getting off the game. Excuse me. Now, I will say this. Appreciate you, by the way. That this Need for Speed is better than Unbound in my opinion, because Unbound will put that limit on you. Like there's a certain amount of there's only a certain amount of times you can repair your car. I mean, well, this one does it too. I guess I didn't realize that. But like, there's only a certain amount of times you can repair a car, and then there's something else about it I didn't like, and it's not the cartoon like graphics that go up when you hit a good drift or something like that. Whoa, whoa! I didn't like the way the story was. Oh, that's what I didn't like. I mean, I like how ASAP Rocky was in the game. Like, I would want to be in the game if I was a rapper with a cool car, which I mean I am, but I'm not famous enough to be put in Need for Speed yet. So like, I didn't feel like seeing him every other race, bro. Like, there's just certain, like, I don't know, bro. If he's in the race, there's certain lines of dialogue you gotta listen to, like, you gotta labor through. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I was not feeling it, bro. I wanted to be more invested in the story itself too, but I didn't feel like I really could stay there. Oh, I can't just run through that. Just make sure any track near you actually cares about racers. Quarter-mile track, 30 minutes from me is run by a... Sorry, that's... I'm not even trying to laugh at it, bro. I'm sorry. Do y'all see this, bro? Do you mind, bro? Get away from me, dude. Oh my gosh, I came on my own business. Hold on, bro. It's made by a crack addict who only cared about making money, so we drive an hour and a half on a quarter-mile track that actually cares. That's crazy, bro. You gotta go on an excursion just to go to a track that cares about the racers. That's insane. Alright, hold on. I need to put a marker for this. I'll come back to it. I gotta lose these losers, bro. Yep, come back. I'll ask around though, because the city I'm in doesn't actually have one, but like neighboring cities do. So I should be in good hands as far as like finding a track. I'm not really worried about that. But that's a good heads up. I didn't think about that. The track doesn't care about the racers. It's insane. Keeping you in business. Oh wow, I guess you can't drive in the water. Yo, are we good? Okay. Oh my gosh. Yo. He said a crack addict. Yeah, he was only after bread. I mean, I'm sure that was a joke. Hopefully that was a joke. Look, just outrun him. Yeah, I ever play Outrun? The game you used to have to like do these like time trials. You have to hit the checkpoints before you run out of time. I think Outrun 2 had the red Ferrari on the cover. I used to play that with my brother faithfully. Oh, okay, I can't drive up the hill. Okay, or just don't repair my vehicle. Okay, that works too. Dang, bro, if I was in a thought ship, this would not be a conversation. Like, the cops would be completely... I'm going 200 miles per hour. Oh my god! I did it again. He said, to put it this way, he would yell at racers who brought up legitimate concerns, oil on the track, water, not enough prep, and he would go off saying things like, you don't like how I run it here, you can leave and not come back. That might just be like objectively just bad business, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? You're gonna crash out on customers for legit concerns, bro. Oil on the track? You can't complain about that? What the heck? Damn. Well, I'm busted. I'm cooked. I didn't know I couldn't drive through that.
Didn't someone tell you not to get caught?
Alright, but we're gonna try that again. All on the track is insane though.
All this time and you never bring it back.
Yeah, bro, he would never see me again. What the heck? If I come to you about something as like crazy as like oil being on the track, bro, or even I don't even go lie, not enough prep. Because like if you don't prep a track appropriately, it could become a safety hazard. And then you're gonna crash out on me because I held you accountable for it. Bye, bro. What's wrong with you? Is your spirit that bothered that I called you out of laziness, bro? Or are you just like, what's up? Whoa, 54 bands. Let's go ahead and make that happen. That's crazy. That is crackhead energy, though. And it's like, that's the ones where it'd be like, hey, bro, stand right there. And you just roundhouse him. You know what I'm saying? Just wrap your foot around the back of his head. Some people just need it. You know what I'm saying? That's insane, bro. No, thanks for sharing. Because, like, I be forgetting there's people on Earth that exist that are like that, bro. Couldn't be me. That's insane. You think you know a guy. Alright, or just do that. That works too. No, keep going. No, keep going. Keep spinning. They put a tray under the car. Look at that. They remind me of Need for Speed Underground 2, I think it is. Where like you wreck and it shows the wreck in slow motion. It takes so long to get back to actually letting you drive, bro. You get so mad when you wreck, bro. Come on. Come on. Oh, I missed my turn. Sitting here trying to get speed. No, go back the way you're supposed to. Go back the way you're supposed to. That's crazy. I think it was a blessing in disguise because I found how much I don't like a quarter. Oh shoot. So you don't like the quarter mile. So like what type of drag race do you prefer? Like you like drag racing though, right? Because I know there's different types, but you don't like the quarter mile. Is that what I'm hearing? I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Is that not what we're doing, bro? I live my life a quarter mile at a time. You know what I'm saying? I gotta try it, bro. Cause my brother, I think my brother, he did a quarter mile and he did a 40 roll. His brother had a Mustang. His Charger has cam headers, tuned to E85. You walked that Mustang. It was a close race on the on one of those rolls though, so I'm not gonna act like it was a, you know what I'm saying. Okay, these cars are way faster than whatever the heck I was just driving. Excuse me. There we go. Do you mind, bro? Excuse me. Can you get out the way, bro? Like, what's up? Oh my gosh, dude. These NPC cars. This is how I feel when I drive to the gas station late at night and there's like 2 cars on the road and I'm going to speed limit. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I missed my turn. That didn't feel good. I'm sitting here making sure there was no new chance and I missed my turn. Oh, we're going to get it back. I'm really not worried about this white McLaren, bro. I ain't gonna lie. White is probably the cleanest color. An 8th mile would be better because you use all acceleration before the 8th mile ends. It would be a lot easier on your car and save you a bit of fuel. Quarter mile is just hard on equipment. Right, because you're essentially flooring it. you banging through all gears. Like, and then you're just still like gunning it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cause like a lot of the drag races I end up seeing, like they're finishing like low 12s, mid 11s, like 120 miles per hour or something like that. Maybe. No, that doesn't sound right. It would be high 10s, low 11s if they're like closer to 120. But then like all the 10s, bro, all the cars that run 10s are like 130, something crazy. You're literally just gunning it the whole time, bro. That's if you're in an automatic. And I feel like once you hit the top of your like, it's like in Forza when you have your gear ratios you could change. It's just like I just have that visual in my head, but it's like you get to like 4th gear, bro. Say you have a 6-speed, you get to like 4th gear. There's not too much more we need from this engine, bro. I think we hit the speeds we was wanting to hit, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got an 8-speed automatic, by the time you hit 5, bro, I think we're good. I think we're good. Cause you get to 60 somewhere at like 3rd, 4th gear. You know what I'm saying? We don't really need nothing else from you, bro. I want your 0 to 60 time, then I want you gone. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. Excuse me. Thank you. You're not even towing anything. You know what I'm saying? There was no trunkage, bro. What are you doing out here? All these trees are like naked. Was there a fire or something? Or are they just dead? Might just be winter, fall. I don't know. Excuse me. That's crazy to think about. Okay, I'm gonna watch some 8th mile races and get acquainted. Cause right now all I have is Top Gear race videos in mind where they had this Volkswagen Arteon racing the Kia Stinger. It wasn't Top Gear, was it? No, they didn't race them. They did a side-by-side comparison. I'm trying to think of the channel I watched that does the racing. They had some like what the heck was I watching? All I'm thinking about now is that M5 competition beating that Dodge. Was it a Dodge Demon it beat? I was like, what the heck? All-wheel drive something vicious, man. He said, I think the best racing to watch. Let me hit this turn. Filleted it. That goes radio versus the world. Okay, I'm gonna take a mental note. Radio versus the world. Okay, like drag radios, but versus the world. Can you move that Suburban? Oh my gosh, all that hippage in a truck. It's insane. All right, here we go, bro. We're going. I better get some crazy heat for this long A race, bro. Alright, yeah, I got level 3 rep. I feel bad for wasting that nitrous. Oh my god, they're giving me 50 bands. Alright, so I'm assuming after I beat this next race, I'll have a heat level of 5. Then I can beat a high heat level race, go to the garage. There's almost certainly a cop chase at the end of that race. So this should be like kind of epic. But like once you do that, timeout, chat. I said timeout, chat. They do over 210 in the 8th mile. Why are we doing 210? That is extremely fast. What the heck? Man, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Lamborghini Diablo. Do you mind, bro? Yeah. You're not gonna outdrift me, chat. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with him? Let me cook. Yo. Maybe I need to stick to drifting. I thought the track tires was gonna keep me on the road. Why did you stop in the middle of the intersection unprovoked, bro? You're sick. Alright. Yeah. Come on, man. I'm trying to really fillet these turns, though. It's not as perfect as I like, but we're almost done. Excuse me. Did I cause a pileup? I didn't. I go, I would have died twice already. And I'm wasting repairs. I really needed those for the cops. I think I get more when I drive through the gas station, but I might be making that up. We'll find out. We're almost halfway through this race. This is a heck of a journey, bro. What I'm talking about. Let's go. Oh, that's the drift I like right there. Come on, downhill. Now we're downhill. Now we're downhill. This remind me of Need for Speed. Was it Carbon? Nah, I can't remember which one it is. But you do the downhill race to like beat the boss or something like that. Now I need a gas station again. Straight away. Damn, that got me up to 170. Golly. And this car only has one gear, bro. So acceleration is peak because like you don't have to shift. It's insane. Insane horsepower. What the heck? 5,000 horsepower? I don't think I heard that number before today. That's insane. I think the highest I heard was like close to 2,000 horsepower. It was a GTR with some crazy mods on it, bro. Excuse me. Okay, no, you don't get new repairs. Yeah, they try to start the chase. So no cop car is really keeping up with this jump. Oh, why did I do that? Wow, it kept grip. I'm fascinated. It kept grip through the rain. 5,000 horsepower, bro. Oh, I think during the race, though, I can use unlimited repair. So I need to make sure I hit one before I finish this race. Because I think I only have one. Oh, no, that was before I went to the garage. I had to be there. 5,000 horsepower is crazy. What the heck does it take to build a 5,000 horsepower vehicle? Boy? He's dead. Oh, I missed my checkpoint. Well, I'm in second place now. That's not good. Oh, the damage is critical. That is not it. Oh man, I'm really cooked. Event failed. I didn't finish. Dang, so I got the heat level for no reason. Oh, this didn't go as planned. Yeah, some of the biggest engines are like 940 cubic inch with 4 or 5 kits of nitrous. Oh yeah, they're probably all 200 shots too. I didn't mean to do that. Quick nav. Need a gas station, bro. Why would you stop? Stop doing that. Y'all worse than GTA NPCs. Stopping in the middle of the intersection. I don't like that at all. Oh my goodness. Look at his turn. Bro, let me freaking cook. Dang, it was like that, losing the cops. Oh, don't do that. I can't stand totaling out. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try one more race. I needed, dang, I needed that one. I was doing good too. Yeah, Yeah, this side of town is so low heat level. That should do it. 940 cubic inches. Think about it, bro. Think about it, bro. 940, bro. Right. So, a Charger RT, right, Mopar man, has a 345 cubic inches, right? And it's just under 3 times that, bro. That is insane. Just under 3 times that, bro. That's insane. That's a lot. 5,000 horsepower. Now, I will say this, all right? I don't know the cubic inches of a Bugatti engine, but I know it has 12 cylinders in the shape of a W with 4 turbos on it, bro. That's a mouthful. And it has over 1,000 horsepower from the factory. Now, can't be nowhere near 900 cubic inches, no way. But maybe twice that. And then you add nitrous, I could see that being close to like 4,000 horsepower. It is a W16. I had that mixed up. The Bentley had a W12. Bentley had a W12. Bugatti does have a 16. It is a W16 with 4 turbos. The Bentley had a W12 that was bi-turbo, so it had 2 turbos. I completely mixed those up. I have a coworker I talk cars with, and like he'll send me like articles on. Excuse me. I did this one earlier. Is this the one I didn't finish? You're so right, bro. Yeah, Bugatti had a W16. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, bro. This car is OP'd. What the heck? We talk, but yeah. Anyway, he'll send me stuff on like Bentleys, and apparently there's like a custom sound system that this company only makes for Bentleys that you can get as an upgrade for your Bentley, and it's like $5,000 or something weird like that. I'm like, bro, for some extra speakers, bro, it better make me feel like I was in the studio with them, bro. Like when I listen to Coldplay, I want to make sure I have a guitar in my hand, bro. That's what I want to feel like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. You know what I'm saying? When I play Boxcar Racer, I want to feel like it's 2006, okay? 5 bands is crazy. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're a third of the way, chat. Okay. He said for 5K, I'll stick with a cheap Best Buy system. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, even like, yeah, bro, the Best Buy systems though, like when you put the little 12s in the trunk, and they have that. I know you're saying it's kind of ratty because it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's like when you have the, what's it called? You have the little 12s back there, and it make the glass in your car shake and it sound kind of janky. It's got a charm to it, bro. It's got a charm to it, bro. I'd rather have that. There we go. Ugh. Let me freaking cook, bro. Excuse me. Kind of ratty. I'm gonna start saying that. That's funny. Yeah, bro. Having the Pioneers in the back, bro. Yeah, 5 bands was crazy. But I mean, like, if you're buying a Bentley Continental GT, you got the 5K to throw for the extra sound system, bro. I want that boat. I just don't want it bad enough to strive and grind just for a car. I don't want it that bad. Let's get it. How fast can we go uphill? 214. It's not bad. I need to get something for my dart if I'm gonna street drive it, but I also think I need a bigger alternator for any sort of system too. Yeah, I would say, especially like the more. This is 76, bro. It wasn't too much electrical going on, bro, in them cars back then, bro. Versus like today, cars are mostly computer, depending on the car, right? So I think a bigger alternator would be good. Or if you want, you could put another battery in it and just have the battery run your you can put a battery in the back and run your line so it can run your stereo and stuff. And the cool thing is, like, now there's some cool systems you can get for your car that should be budget friendly, where you can get Apple CarPlay if you want, or Android Auto plug-in. Am I at heat level 5 yet, bro? Is all that for 4? What the heck? That's why crash outs exist. But yeah, bro, I'm excited to hear about how the dart build goes, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I need to be heat level 5, huh? This is bun, so I guess I gotta do another race. So went out by me, that's like worth my time, or is this all a waste? Oh no, we got some out here. That's like a drift thing though. 54 bands. And it's a circuit, right? It is a circuit. Come on. We can run a circuit. It's 113. I'm running out of time here, guys. I'll probably just get a Bluetooth setup with some affordable speakers since I have Spotify. Oh yeah, the Apple CarPlay Android Auto just lets you like display your phone screen like up on your heads-up display, not your heads-up display, but on your infotainment, right? So like it'll be a screen. You'll be able to navigate Spotify and all that through the screen. It's kind of cool. It's clever. Definitely not a necessity. Yeah, bro. Bluetooth setup, affordable speakers. Honestly, yeah. And I'll be honest, bro. Like, a more simple approach for a classic car just makes sense. You know? Just makes sense. It just makes sense. Man. Alright. Beginning to feel like I'm laboring to get something done and accomplished in this game. Alright, here we go. Am I not on the marker? Am I not on the marker? Am I not on the marker? There we go. Alright, let's see what I can get done here. Let's see. What we can get done here. Yo.
Where'd you find this?
He said it leaks. Oh, sorry, not leaks. Flakes. Flakes rust like dandruff. That's actually hilarious. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Flakes rust like dandruff. It's kind of funny. Dang. You know what? I was talking to there's a pastor I'm friends with. We'll go like get lunch and catch up semi regularly, and he was telling me about this car he's got. It's classic, and it needs new paint. It needs a new paint job, and he was saying that they were gonna charge him like north of $20,000 to repaint the car, and that was on the low end, like minimum. Max like close to $50,000 to repaint the car. And I'm like, Bro, restoring a classic car has to be a headache, bro, because why are people charging so much? I'm not assuming that's everybody's rate, but like to restore rust areas or anything like that and then repainting, they're like charging arm and leg. I'm like, what do you think this is, bro? It's like bombs being dropped overseas and you think I'm really finna spend this much on paint? Like, bro, if you don't just take my car in for $5, what's wrong with you? But of course, like, it's not worth his time. He's getting paid $5 to paint a car, obviously, but crazy, $20,000. I was like, what the heck? And that's the low end. There's no discount. You don't do coupons, bro. Let's see if I can put a mile on the dude in second place. It's the final lap. Let's see. Go. Drive as best I can. Oh, yeah, we got a mile on him. Excuse me. I don't know if I can keep it there. I keep hitting people. Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking, bro. Like, I had a bro in a car group. I was telling him I was gonna get a body kit for the Camaro, and I was like, bro, how much would you charge? And he was telling me like three to five. That's what I was saying. It was like 3 to 5. But the dude was saying, well, I guess like the paint's not in good condition, so I don't know if it's gonna be a lot of sanding or like, you know, a lot of work on the front end before we can actually get around to painting it. That's the only way I could think of it costing that much. But yeah, bro, like 2 to 3 is what I was thinking. Maybe the market with classic vehicles is completely different, but no, because you just said you know a guy. 2 to 3. What are we talking about here? All right, see, yeah, we're at heat level 5. So we wanted. Yo, there's a lot going on. Oh my gosh, this is heat level 5. What the heck? Oh shoot, I freaking ran out of. Whoa, no, not a safe house. I just need a gas station. I can't stop there. I can't turn around, bro. There was a fire. What the heck? What is going on here? I'm getting off-road hit. Nah, I can't do the off-roading either. Oh, this is terrible. Why did you stop? Yo, do you mind? Drive.
That's gotta hurt.
So when are you gonna get your own place?
Don't listen to him.
That's insane. He said that kind of wildfire is minor compared to what we have in the Northwest. Bro, y'all be getting wildfire. So like, do y'all be getting wildfires like what California was having, bro? Because that sounded tragic. That John sounded like that sounded like it was like, yeah. I can't believe I got caught, bro. I can't believe I got caught, bro. I can't believe I got caught, bro. Dang it. Not usually to the scale of what California has, where they can get a few 100,000 acres big. A few 100,000 acres. Bro, that's a lot of land. What the heck? Alright, so I do this thing where, like, if I get spilled in one game, I'll play another one that I'm like, okay, to feel better. So, like, to redeem it, not to feel better, but to redeem it, right? Because I'm still gonna be like, that shouldn't happen when I go to bed. But, like, usually it's Star Wars Battlefront 2 from like 2003 or 4. I think it's 2003. I could be wrong, but I'll just go on there, drop like 40 kills as a Jedi, and like then I'll be content. Or I'll drop like 39 and be like, why wasn't it 40, and then do more. But anyway, are you really doing this right now, Skate 3? You never connect to EA, bro. He said fair. That's crazy though, bro. Wait, yeah, I'm not ready to move on, bro. That's a lot of land. A few 100,000 acres, bro. That has to be like super crazy, bro. Like, I didn't think there was. Do we have one up? No, we don't. I need a one up somebody. Chris Cole will do that. That's a lot of land, bro. That's insane. Like, chat, if y'all new here, make sure y'all leave a follow, bro. But right now we're talking about how insane these wildfires are that he gets in the Northwest, bro. But we've been talking about cars too, so.
Alright, let's get this game started.
Hope you're having fun in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're having fun in here. Y'all think he said British Columbia is 4,000 central. That's crazy, bro. Bro, that's a lot of fire, bro. So how do y'all put those out? Y'all think I can outdo 300 points, bro? I haven't played this game in months, bro. I might be cooked. Let me see if I still got it. I freaking bailed, so I'm cooked. I'm not getting another letter, bro. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Chat, make sure you leave a comment, bro. I want to make sure. Dang, you didn't score anything, Chris?
You gotta be kidding me.
Chat, do you realize this is all it takes, bro?
Take your turn.
Alright, here we go. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's it. We don't need nothing else. A lot of patience to calculated fire breaks where the fire will eventually extinguish itself. Okay, so you gotta find ways to make it choke itself out. That's crazy. Bro, if he beats 1,300, I ain't gonna lie. You're gonna watch me uninstall this game live on stream, bro. He's probably gonna bail again because he's a freaking bot. Why did he drop 8? What I meant was if he dropped 1,400, then I'm gonna be forced to uninstall the game, and then like, yeah. So if I get another letter, bro, I'm you know what I'm saying? Because they're rage baiting me right now for some odd reason. Oh my gosh, bro. You should actually let me cook, though. 2 bands. Drop 2 bands. Drop 2 bands. No. Come back. Drop 2 bands. Drop 2 bands. Come on, man. Drop 2 bands, man. What are we talking about here? Yeah, you're not getting it. He gonna bail trying to get it. How is that 1,400 points, bro? What? Why did he almost do it?
How's it come?
Why did he almost do it? What the heck?
Floor's all yours.
I'm not doing this with him. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling myself.
What are you gonna do with that?
Oh! I freaking bailed. Okay, I thought I didn't have no points. I thought when you bail, you don't get no points. I thought I was cooked. But instead,
Where'd you find this?
you know what I'm saying?
Weak.
Yeah, that was buns. I ain't gonna lie. Bro was cooked. Alright, bet.
Your turn.
He do sound like the mechanic. The dude, he'd be like, "What? Need some wheels? I'm your guy." Ugh, I ain't getting no points this round. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Not taking it easy on me, huh?
I built 2,300 points, bro. I was gonna run GTA, but then I was like, nah. I just want to play through the story again because I don't play GTA. I got so bitter when they first pushed back the GTA 6 deadline that I was like, or like release date, that I was like, bro, I'm not playing this game, bro. So I haven't played GTA in like eons, bro. But I was just gonna play through like the story. Yeah, you're cooked, bro. That's all I needed from tonight. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? We did it, guys. We did it. Doom 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 doom. Timeout chat. Configure stream deck. Action. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's dope. Okay, cool. Well, I got something figured out. Well, guys. Forza Horizon 6. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be on 6 already, bro? I didn't even play 5 like that for real. I don't even think I have 5. Let me find out real quick. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got real quick. Okay, I got it, but it's not installed. Okay. See in Microsoft Store. Let me see. I'm so curious right now. It says you can cloud play it, but it's not letting me cloud play it. What the heck? I don't know. I don't have it installed, so yeah, it might be cooked. Yeah, that might be it for now. But, well, guys, that's it, man. That's it, man. I got heavy into the no prep drag racing scene on Forza a while before I eventually stopped playing Xbox a couple months ago. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You mentioning it makes me want to get back to Forza. Like, I want to try it again. I might get into it. I just want to see what's in my garage. I think I bought that ZL1 because I got the ZL1 because it looks like the Camaro I got IRO. I got that and dipped. I remember I just kept driving that even though I was getting gapped by everything on the road. But, like, I just would do that and get off. But the drag, bro, low-key drag racing on Forza is fun, bro. Because, like, you go to the little drag strip over there that's in the festival, right? And then you just run it with randoms. It's low-key fun. Low-key. But yeah, chat. I think this is where I call it. I'm about to get off, so hope y'all have a good night. See y'all later tonight. I'm saying, have a good night, bro. It was nice hanging with you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying?